Hello and good morning, all, and welcome back to you, all of you. It's Vishal Manocha from Net Worth Immigration Solutions. We are here for a live session again. It's 11 a.m. in Canada right now, and in India 8:30 p.m. Welcome back to all our viewers. This is the live session we have every Friday for all of our clients who are looking for an update from the what is happening in Canada regarding immigration, and also we do touch base on the related related information other than the immigration. We do talk about what and how is it impacting to Canada. So welcome back again. If you have any question during this live session, kindly post your question into the comment section, and I'll be happy to answer them for you right away. So don't hesitate to ask your questions. This is the best time for you to consult, to talk about your concerns and whatever question you have with an immigration expert from Canada right away. So, just to let you know, our office is based in Brampton, Ontario. We have another location in Alberta, Calgary, and we have two more offices back home in India in Karnal and Kshetra. So, yes, you can approach us, you can contact us at any of our offices across India and Canada, and we will be happy to assist you during regarding your immigration need, your study permit needs, your work permit, whatever you talk about regarding Canadian immigration, we do provide services, and we have been providing those services for almost last 2 decades now. So yes, you can trust our services. We have got more than 98% success rate on all category of application we do, and definitely we try our best to provide best possible services to our clients. So if you have any question, kindly post into the comment section. I will be taking you through to the updates we have from the last 1 week. There was not too much excitement from the express entry point of view, but PNP is the only thing we have to talk about. Even in the last show, that was major topic. Maybe even this time, it seems to be that was the main news from the last 1 week. The updates from the different PNPs we will be talking about. But let's get started with the express entry. No draw since 15th of August 2023. So almost a month now. Next week it will be a month. We have not seen a draw in from express entry draw regarding any category, neither a general draw, no PNP draw, or no category specific draw has been held since 15th August 2023. The last draw which was held was on 15th August, and the number of invitations which was sent were 4,300, and the invites were sent with a CRS score of minimum 496. So if you're somebody all into the express entry pool, they were the only people invited. Since then, there has been no draw under express entry. Strange things have been happening. We have seen that there is no there is no exact pattern through which IRCC is conducting its draw. Sometimes they're coming with the express entry draw, which is all categories. Sometimes they're coming with PNP draw, and even if not that, they do have category specific draw. We have already seen few draws for that for 2023. Since April 2023, we have seen those few draws, but other than that, there have been no draw uh, been held. Especially if we talk about Canadian experience class, there has been no draw held for for your Canadian experience class. That is very unfortunate. It's almost a year, not it's a year now. The last draw we see for the CEC was in September 2022. So not pretty sure how Canadian immigration is going to move forward from here. At one end, they are inviting thousands and lakhs of international students to the country, and on second hand, they are not providing them the pathway for permanent residency. So not sure how it's going to go forward from here. During pandemic, we have seen, yes, there were a lot of favor given to international students who were here, who have been working, who have been studying here. They were given a priority, and their PR process application was processed. But since the pandemic has over from last 1 year, there's no express entry CEC draw being held, which is shocking, which is surprising, and unfortunately, there is no talk about it. There is no update yet that when we can expect the next Canadian experience class draw. For all the international students, yes, it is very stressful being here, not getting an opportunity. Most of the international students have to move to different provinces where getting a permanent residency is much easier, especially if you're in province like Ontario, like BC, then you hardly have a lot of options available. People are moving to different provinces, to regional areas, to rural areas to get their permanent residency done. Unfortunately, yes, that is the only option available. In Ontario, yes, if you're in Ontario, the most popular draw we have seen till now is the skill trade draw. which has been happening regularly throughout 2023, and you may see another few draws by the end of this year, because that's how the trend usually have been for the skill trade. But other than that, even Ontario have not conducted too many draws. But skill trade class is still the only option. So if you are somebody who have got experience in that field for even 6 months, you may qualify if you are picked under express entry category specific draw, which will directly give you a permanent residency pathway. If not, then through Ontario immigration nominee skill trade class draw, you may be picked through that also. But for that, you need at least 1 year of experience, and that profile is to be created under express entry, because OINP this stream does work only through express entry. So if you have to create a profile and if you have to be eligible under this, then you have to definitely make sure that you are basically have 1 year experience in the scale trade class field. Then only you will be eligible for getting this invite. Once you get your invite to PNP, you get your PNP approval first, which gives you an extra 600 points. Then you apply for your permanent residency through express entry only. So that's how the express entry works, and that's how the PNP through express entry works. So if you are somebody who is in Ontario and have a skilled trade class experience, then you have an opportunity and chance of getting an invite. Other than that, looking at the 496, the last draw, and previous draw, which were above 500, it's very, very unfortunate that international students may not be qualifying, because the score is very, very high for them to qualify for permanent residency. Let's see how it goes from here. We are almost into the last quarter of now 23, sorry, and we have not seen a Canadian experience class draw. That is concerning, and we will see if there is yet another draw. If there is any draw coming in 2023. Let's keep our finger crossed. Let's hope and pray for the international student and foreign workers who are in Canada, that they may get an invite through any of these draws. So that was about the express entry. So now if we talk about the provincial nominee program, these are the one again we will be discussing more today, because in the last 1 week, another few draws have been held almost by 3-4 provinces. So we will be talking about what were those draws, what were the eligibility criteria, and how you can be next or eligible to be getting an invitation through that draws. So the first draw was held. I want to discuss about the Ontario Immigration Nominee Program Master Graduate Stream. Though they were the people who got the invitation on I think 30th of August when we got the invite. The number of invitations which were sent was more than 700. But let's talk about what Master Graduate Stream is and who are the people who actually got this invite. So if you come to Ontario, Ontario has a special stream for masters, for somebody who has done a master's in Ontario. If you have done at least 1 year of a university master degree from an eligible university in Ontario, you are eligible to qualify under master graduate stream. Other than that, other than having a 1 year experience, you should have completed this master degree in the last 2 years before you submit your OINP application. You need to have your IELTS score 6 band in each, and you need to create your express entry profile, because for this one you don't have to in fact create your express entry profile. You have to express your interest through Ontario Immigration Nominee Program, and through that you get your invite. And once your PNP is approved, you will still do an online application for your permanent residency. But any student who is coming to Ontario for a master degree only are eligible. And as I said, you have to have at least 1 year of master degree, should have been completed in the last 2 years. That will make you eligible to apply to become eligible initially for this stream, and then only you will have an option of getting an invite. Once you get an invite, submit your PNP, get your PR, and that's how it works. So basically, that was the first draw, and that's the only draw which was held in the last week in Ontario. We have other draws to discuss, but before that, I can see there are a couple of questions which I would like to answer, and then we can continue with the other draws and other update we have for this week. So one we have is from Mr. Pathan from Pakistan. How are you? My name is Mohammed Tahir Shah. I'm from Pakistan. Can you please help me? I need work visa Canada. Welcome to our show, Pathan. I think it is the first time I've seen a comment from you, or maybe you're a new viewer. First of all, we'd like to welcome you on our live session. To answer your question, yes, we do help people come and work in Canada, but before you can come and work in Canada, you need to have an employer who's ready to offer you a job. Once you think you have got a job offer, you have an employer who is ready to sponsor you and who is able to and who wants to submit an LMI application for you. And if that gets approved through ESDC, then you will be getting, then we will apply your work permit, and that's how you get your, if you want to come to work in Canada, that's how it's going to work. You need to have a job offer. The job offer means you need to have a LMI, which means Labor Market Impact Assessment. Your employer need to go through that process. They need to get approval for that, positive approval. Once they get a positive approval, then only they can apply for your work visa and you can come to Canada. We can assist you in submitting your LMI application, submitting your work permit application, and making your dream of coming to Canada true. But you need to have an employer who's ready to offer you a job. Then we can definitely help you out in processing the application for you. But as I said, it is a two-step process. First the LMI approval. Once that get approved, then the work permit, and then you can come to Canada and start working on a work permit visa. That would even lead to a permanent residency in future, but depending on your profile. But definitely there is a path through which you can qualify. Then we have Gurpreet. Hello Gurpreet, if you have any question, thanks for saying hi. So if you have any question, kindly post it into the comment section and we will be happy to answer that for you. Then we have another question. Sir, LMI process time kya hai aajkal after ad done? Okay. So Bipin, right now it is taking longer time than expected. It's almost 3 to 4 months before a decision has been made. Very, very unfortunate, because definitely Canada needs skilled people. Unfortunately, to see once the LMI is approved, the ESDC has approved once the ad is submitted and we submit the LMI application, Employment and Service Development Canada is taking around 3 months at least now to get an interview and get a result on the application, which is a very long processing time. We have seen this happening, this process been even completed in as less than as 2 months, 2 weeks. But at now, from the last 4-5 months, the minimum at least X%, so after submitting an ad, your time you can expect at least, as I'm telling you, at least we are talking about 2 to 3 months before an employer will be interviewed. And if everything goes positive, then usually the result comes within a couple of days once the interview is conducted. Sometimes even the same day if there is no further document requested. But Bipin, you have to wait for at least 3 to 4 months. If you're going through that process, wait for at least that time, and definitely then you will be expecting to hear X% withdraw coming up for you soon. So LMI basically, yes, that's as the other one of our client above also asked about it. For a work permit, you need an LMI. So what I'm expecting, what I'm understanding from Bipin's question is maybe the first thing when we do is when we submit the LMI application, when we prepare for an LMI application to submit an advertisement for 4 weeks. Once that is completed, we submit a PNP application. So that is taking 3 to 4 months to get an approval. Once you get your approval, then you apply for a work permit, and then work permit time is depending on the country you're applying from. If you're applying from outside Canada, the processing time is less as compared to you applying within Canada. But that also depends from which country outside Canada you're applying for. Then only, but at average time, as I said, the average time you can expect at least this much of average time is there at least 3 to 4 months after submitting your ad. And once you submit your work permit, another couple of months depending on the country. Now going back to the again, I'll recommend all of our clients. I can see there are a lot of viewers right now who are listening to us. Kindly post your question into the comment section. If you want to write in Hindi, Punjabi, definitely go ahead. Okay, don't write in Punjabi. I will not be able to read it. But yes, you can ask your question through which language you're comfortable in, and I'll try to answer back to you in Hindi and Punjabi also. So if you have any question, any concern, kindly post your question into the comment section like other people are doing it, and I'll be happy to discuss the answers with you, discuss your scenario, your situation, and try to help you out live right now so that if you have any concern, you can get your answer right away. So now going ahead with the other update we have, let's talk about, I have another update let's talk about the update we have from the provinces other than the OINP, which is the Ontario. There was a draw from, the next draw I want to discuss was from Alberta. This is one of the unique draws which Alberta has, and they have been conducting this draw not very often, but yes, we have seen draws. The latest draw from Alberta was held on August 24th, which was last week. The province invited around 168 168 candidates were invited. The people who were invited under this draw were the one who have got close relative in Alberta and also have a job offer. If you have a primary occupation in demand, not a job offer. Basically, if you have a primary occupation which is high demand in Alberta, and if you have a close relative, when we talk about close relatives, your parents, your child, your sibling, anybody of them, if they are residing in Alberta, and if you have mentioned that under your express entry profile, then these were the people who were invited. So this draw, you get an invite through express entry. So if you want to be eligible, and if you have your close friends and not friends, basically family residing in Ontario, Alberta, you have a chance of getting an invite. These draws are not very often, and even the number of people who are invited are not very high. Like under this draw, only 168 invitations were sent. But the key and the most important point to note here is the CRS score under which these people were invited were only 302. Yes, you heard it right, 302. Now, if you compare that with the express entry, last draw only, which was 496, it's almost 200 points difference. So that's how you can become eligible for applying for permanent residency to Canada. Express entry is the most popular way, but provincial nominee program are something for you to keep into consideration, something for you to basically keep an eye on. If you're looking to permanently move to Canada, then definitely provincial nominee programs are one of the options. So regarding this Alberta, just giving you a recap again, 168 candidates were invited with a close family connection and primary occupation in demand stream. 302 was the CRS score, and definitely that is very, very low as compared to the express entry draw. So those were the people who were invited from the Alberta Provincial Nominee Program. For the Manitoba also held its first region-specific draw of the year, which was held on August 30. So as we have been talking about, usually in our show, that there are more than 100 ways through which you can immigrate. All the provinces have their own specific program through which they nominate their people. The reason that every province definitely get their own quota through which they can invite their skill shortage people to come and reside in their province, and that's how Canada is trying to fulfill their skill shortage. Yes, there are a lot of skills which are in demand and which have a skill shortage in Canada, and IRCC is definitely working with the province and also federally to basically somehow making sure that there is the skill shortage which we have. Definitely we are trying to just cover up and have as many people under those skills so that Canada can definitely move forward. Like right now, skills like health has a lot of demand in Canada. Skilled trades is a high demand in Canada right now. So there are different provinces who also invite their people through this. Coming back to the Manitoba one, the draw was held on August 30th. 288 candidates under the skilled worker stream and Manitoba provincial under Manitoba province were invited. Now these were the people maybe who were in Manitoba or outside Manitoba. They were invited. The thing, but the only people who invited here who were staying outside Manitoba. So Manitoba is the capital of basically the Winnipeg. Sorry, Winnipeg is the capital of Manitoba, and the people who were invited under this draw were all the people who were residing outside Winnipeg. They definitely, the reason Winnipeg is the main city in Manitoba, but now provinces also, when they are sending invites, they also want to focus just not on the major cities of the province. They also want to focus on different specific small regions. So this Manitoba particular draw was targeting specific region outside Winnipeg were the people who were invited, and as I said, 288 candidates were invited under this draw. This is one of the unique draw, but these sort of draws have been, we can see, have been happening from a lot of the provinces are conducting these sort of draw where they are inviting people with specific region where there is a skill shortage. So those were the people who got the invite under this draw. The third one we want to discuss here is British Columbia. In fact, the fourth draw, provincial nominee draw we saw was from British Columbia this time, and that was held on August 29. The Prince Edward, the British Columbia draw invited around 150 candidates were invited under this draw, and the largest draw invited was 102 candidates in the targeted draw for tech occupation. As I was telling informing you before, tech is one of the streams, health is another stream, skill trade class draw. These all are in high demand in Canada. From British Columbia, there was a draw held where 102 invitations were sent, and out of that, tech occupation people were invited under this draw. Other than that, the people who were invited with draw was early childhood education. 28 candidates were invited, 20 with healthcare professional background. We have seen even the last week we were discussing there was another draw held from British Columbia. Even in that draw, there was 28 early childhood education people who were invited in this draw and also previous draw. So what I can see is in British Columbia there is also a demand of early childhood educators. So if you are somebody who has an experience back home, then you may have a chance of being picked from one of the draw from British Columbia. They're having their weekly and bi-weekly draws regularly, and you have a chance of getting been picked for any of those draws. So these were the draws which were held from the provincial nominee from different provinces in the last 1 week. We talked about Ontario immigration, master graduate stream, then Alberta had this specific draw, Manitoba had specific region draw, and then British Columbia did have their category specific and skill shortage draw. So that was all about the express entry draw and the provincial nominee program draw which were held. Talking about international students who want to come to Canada and who are already in Canada, we have a great news for you. We have got seats available for you in September 2023 intake in one of the very big and famous colleges in Ontario. And the second one, we also have seats available for January 2024 for again a college in GTA where postgraduate and undergraduate both programs are available for you to take. So these are now the students who have come here on a private college, and we all know that if you're studying in a private college, then there are no chances of getting a postgraduate work permit. And these people are planned to move to a public college. So if you are one of those students, you can contact us. If you are somebody who completed a 1 year program and looking for another second year program, again, we can help you in getting those admissions, extending your work permit, and definitely giving you an opportunity to stay in Canada for another 1 year. And once you complete your 2 year education, we can also help you applying for your post-graduation work permit and further to your permanent residency application. So if you are in Canada, outside Canada, contact our offices. We can help you for your onshore and onshore both admissions. We can help you in both of your admissions. So if you're somebody who is definitely in Canada and looking for an admission, you can contact our office. We are located in Brampton. We are at a very prime location in Brampton, very close to Brampton Gateway Terminal. You don't even have to come now to get your application thing percent. After COVID, we have seen that people are very now confident and even completing their whole application process, either as immigration or admission process online. They are not even visiting us and getting their application done. So we are providing services online too. So if you are far off, away from Ontario or even from any part of India or in the world, we can help you through our online services. We have a dedicated team for all the immigration services we provide. We have a specific team who looks after college admissions. We have a specific team who looks after the PNP program. And we have a specific team who looks after the all category of other applications. So if you are planning to put any of your Canadian immigration application, you can contact us. If you or your friend or family are planning to study in Canada, you can contact us. We can help you getting your admission process and getting you in all the way. And if you are already in Canada and looking for a PR advice, contact us and we will be happy to help you. So that's it for this show. We have this show every Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are based in Eastern Zone in Toronto, and in India, 8:30 p.m. You can definitely join this show every Friday for any update you need regarding the Canadian immigration. We can help you in that. If you're looking for college admission, we can help you in that. If you're looking for work permit, express entry, PR, spousal PR applications, spousal open work permit, any category application, we provide the excellent service with very reasonable price and can help you definitely getting your dream of coming to Canada true. So thank you all for joining in. Akash, thanks for posting a question, but we'll be just wrapping up the show. I will definitely answer your question after this show. I'll just reply back to the comment you have put. But thanks for that and really appreciate your question. We will be live back again next Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. Till then, goodbye and have a good week and a great weekend ahead. Take care. Bye-bye.